Parents are always like, oh my god, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get this house?
No, it's like
we have $2 to our names. I just talked to my mom. She was like, oh, what are you recording today? I was like, oh, spending habits. She was like, tell them that if you make $10, you can only spend $2 and save $8. And I was like, oh, thank you so much for the great tip. Thinking today, like, damn, back in high school, $100 is so much. But now it's like pocket change.
all right. No, all right.
Okay,
Relax, buddy. Good evening, all of our lovely listeners. Welcome to another week of Difficultish. Where on this week, we are talking about poor spending habits. You heard it here. Do you have problems spending your money on things that you shouldn't be spending your money on? Overpriced lattes? Are you a rapid gift giver? Most likely. Whatever it is, we got something that you will all relate to. We talk about what we used to struggle with in the past, what we struggle with now, and we give you guys tips and tricks and advice and words of encouragement on how to better budget your money, how to better save your money, and how to get your bread up. Okay? That's what we're talking about this episode. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel and our podcast, a podcast about different South Asian narratives. We are Difficultish.
Yo.
And my co-host's name is...
Bienvenidos. Mi nombre Mashnoon. Sugar-free lemonade Mashnoon today. Didn't have coffee. Hope that's okay. I sincerely
Can I please
apologize.
introduce myself?
This is my co-host.
My name is Mahua Khan. He always adds new things to the introduction. It makes it 20 minutes long.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else? Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube
Yeah.
channel, rate the podcast, review the podcast. Please do all those little things.
If you don't,
They're
we're
just
gonna be
little
upset. We're gonna be quite
All
upset.
those little things.
Wow, a little One Direction, a little
You
throwback.
know that song?
there.
You know that song?
Yeah.
What's up? How are you? You
I'm
look
good.
a little different today.
Yeah, I might have gotten a little haircut. I don't know if you guys are watching the video, you might notice a little haircut.
Yeah, if y'all are
you know
blessed.
what I said to them? I was like, yeah,
Y'all
butterfly haircut, please, with long layers and face framing bangs. You know what any of that means? That's girl talk.
I don't know. I know what a butterfly is.
That's it. But
Did they do that? They
did
completed
that.
the objective.
They did that.
They did good.
tried their
Shout out to
best.
them.
Yeah.
Shout out
and
to
today was
them.
also the first snow day of 2025
Yeah.
in New York City.
Nice out.
Yeah.
Nice out. Took some videos.
Yeah.
You see my videos.
Yeah, your videos.
Little artsy videos.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah.
me? It's
That's
a good
what
time.
happens when you're home.
Snow's
alone by
real
yourself.
crazy if you think about it. How does that even work?
I don't know
I
how
don't
a
know
Florida
about
man like you is in
I didn't
New
go
York.
outside.
No, I know,
didn't
but
go
like you
outside.
can't every single day when he comes back from anywhere from outside, everything is just cold, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
now he's at
that's how
this
it
point
goes.
where he wants to buy himself like a ski mask. But if you guys have ever seen Mashoon in real life and know how he is, if he puts that on, people are gonna be scared of him. I was like, you can't just go around in New York City wearing a ski mask with the way that you look because it's actually terrifying. So
I'm a scary guy, yo.
but tell me also why.
I just want to go to the gym and not.
Tell me also why my
combust.
brother we share an Amazon account. Tell me why he bought a 3-pack of ski masks.
Yeah,
the
he
other
gets
day.
it. He gets it. He's trying to stay low key. People are out for him.
All right.
Labby's little bro. I get it. It's tough
But
life.
yeah, he gets so cold, and I'm like, your
Yeah.
Florida
me too.
skin is not meant for New York.
Yeah,
you know?
I that's why I'm going back.
You're going back.
I'm going back to the south.
Inevitably, permanent.
I didn't say all that. I just said for a little period of time.
Yeah.
Readjust. Reconfigure my.
You want to go back? I thought you didn't.
Today on this episode of the podcast, we are going to be talking about poor spending habits.
Yeah,
Y'all heard it here. Our guilty pleasures for when it comes to spending what we have always had trouble spending money on. That's what we're going to talk about this
Yeah.
episode. We got a lot.
You guys really like our money-related episodes, whether it's financial tips. I mean, obviously, we're not financial advisors. We're not professionals, but our, unprofessional advice, some of our experiences, whether it's an episode on budgeting or saving money or just how to invest, this and that. You guys have always loved that, and we've been doing it for the past, how long have we been? 3 years of doing this
long
podcast?
time.
3
years
of doing this
Something
podcast.
like that.
We've been doing episodes like that. So this is just the first one of 2025 because
Yeah.
a lot of people, especially post holiday season, they're depleted. Not only just energy, but also their bank accounts because so much money
Yeah.
is being spent on holiday presents and just spending time with family and traveling and this and that. We actually talked about it in our holiday anxiety episode, our first season like first episode back in the season. And yeah, we talked about just overspending money and this and that. So in this episode, we are talking about poor spending habits and some of our past guilty pleasures, some of our current guilty pleasures, and then on top of that, some of our tips to save money and not go rampage.
Right. Yeah. Just as a little footnote, I think it's important to reiterate the fact that we are two individuals from very, very, very modest, humble beginnings.
Correct.
I think that is important to acknowledge because a lot of people that look like us, not even look like us, just a lot of people who are spreading these, financial bits and pieces of advice come from money. We don't really come from money. So what we talking about is stuff that we've learned through our own lived experiences, and I hope it connects with y'all a little bit deeper, knowing the fact that we come from very little,
Yeah.
And I know how important that is for me to hear when I'm listening to someone talk about their experience becoming financially aware and, acknowledge finances. So that's that.
You know what I'm excited but also not excited about at all?
Yeah, talk to me.
So like
taxes.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry.
That you didn't even have to bring that up.
Sorry,
I've been thinking about that since last tax season.
Sorry.
But what I was gonna say is like, when like the wedding season for us approaches. Like, how our parents are always like, oh, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna help us?
When are you gonna provide any assistance for my marriage?
No,
anything.
It's just crazy because like, I'm like literally about to like have a breakdown. But we'll talk about it later on in future episodes.
No, go ahead. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
But please like remind us to actually talk about this because like this stressor has been on my back for the past year, like since birth. Okay, like.
Yeah.
Parents are always like, oh my God, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get this house?
It's like
we have $2 to our names.
Ever since you exit the womb, it is the one day that they're looking forward to is the day of marriage. And then it comes around. Where are you then? Now it's here and there's no type of nothing. They're stressed. But what are you stressed about?
Okay,
but
this is what we're trying to say, okay? Like we come from very modest and humble backgrounds, and some people have the great privilege of having parents that are able to give them big weddings and houses and this and that, which is a great thing. And even if our parents are not necessarily able to do that, it's not their fault. Sometimes it hits us because we're like, dang, we have to not only fulfill this duty of getting married and buying a house, which is like the immigrant dream, but then also we have to
figure it out
show alone
and figure it all out ourselves.
I start crying.
Figure it out. Yeah. Good joke.
Yeah. Good joke.
That's
just reality.
That's a great.
That's
joke.
Gonna be like like when engagement actually happens. Like we're gonna have a whole row of episodes of just the reality, just so many different things.
Goodness. Shout out to all of our, assistive parents. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Keep doing y'all thing.
Yeah.
What's up?
Anyway,
what's up? Why do we keep getting closer and closer to me?
Sorry, I was laughing so
Please.
hard. I thought you could like relate with me.
I can relate while you're there.
Okay, fine. I'll be back in my corner. Okay.
In the corner. There you go. What's up? What we doing?
You want to talk about some of your past spending habits, or like you didn't have any?
Honestly, I've been perfect now. Let's see. Like past where? Like 10 years old?
Did you have money at 10?
Nah.
Okay, so when you started getting money?
I started getting money early.
15.
I started getting money 15, 16.
So what'd you buy with that?
Honestly, all I bought was food. I didn't buy nothing else. And it's not even like expensive food, just like bare essentials. Just like
okay, but that's not a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
That was just like means to live.
No, I think when I turned 18, I think food was always something that I purchased a lot. And I don't have this problem much anymore. Why are you smiling?
Okay, yeah.
What? I don't go out to eat like that.
Yeah,
yes or
that's
no?
true, that's true.
Right?
But you have
Sometimes
a
I
problem.
buy some excess groceries, but that's fine. That's better than, you know, spend $50 on whatever.
Right.
But I think I used to have that problem a lot because I did not enjoy cooking, and I wasn't even allowed the opportunity to enjoy cooking because, you know, a lot of brown people can relate to the fact that getting in the kitchen is tough a lot of the time. You know, there are the parents that, you know, are, you know, lend their hands out, you know, come here. A lot of time, you know, it's very micromanagey, very judgy, very stressful situation trying to cook yourself a meal. And that's kind of what the situation was for me. So I was pushed out of the kitchen when I was like 18, 19, 20. And I resorted to eating out a lot of time because I just wasn't home a lot. And I could never, like, I just never want to, like, take my food outside or nothing. So I found myself buying food outside a lot of the time. And, yeah, on one end, it's like I had to because I was just out all the time or whatever it is. But on the other end, like, I could have just fought through the kitchen stressors and, like, tried to, like, figure out, like, how to save money on eating because, like, I feel like most of my money went towards that. I don't really have this problem anymore now. I think I've been able to tame it for the most part. But I know buying food out is so easy to do because we look at cooking and grocery shopping as, you know, a hurricane of a situation. It's
Do you also think that you spend a lot of your money on food from outside because you didn't have the opportunity to, like, really?
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Of course, you know, like, not to get too deep, but yeah, like, there were times where, like, you know, meals had to be skipped or, you know, had to reduce portion sizes, whatever it is. And, you know, it's me being a little gluttonous for once, you know, which is perfectly fine. That is acceptable. But, you know, there's the other end, which is like, okay, I'm just doing too much for, like, no reason. And I've gone into this on, like, many previous episodes, but, like, I just love food. I love eating. I feel like I'm a stress eater. I feel like I'm a bored eater. I feel like I'm a, you know, whenever there's just some gap in time, I'm like, I need to eat or work on foods, something food related.
But I feel like now you found a good balance.
Yeah. But I totally get, you know, the food, the eating out situation is it's tough, especially because, you know, again, now you got some money, you want to, you know, enjoy, like, the nicer things in life, you know, instead of McDonald's, now you go on a Shake Shack. Feel me?
Yeah, but you know what? I also feel like I was the opposite. I mean, when I was younger, I did spend money on food too much, actually. But once I got older, I was like, oh, let me try to save my money and just eat healthy and not really get in, you know, fulfill my cravings. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't want to be that type of person that, like, counts my coins and stops myself from having craving or stops myself from getting the craving that I have, you know? So I feel like I've gotten better with trusting my intuition and, like, trusting my craving and just, like, doing that and not, like, being so scarce about it, you know, having that scarcity mindset. And so I think there's a good balance. Like, obviously, don't eat food outside every single day, especially if you're trying to save money. But also, if you have a craving once in a while, don't deprive yourself of that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. What's up? What you got? You got one? Like, the past life, Labby.
Yeah, past life.
Not present Labby.
Past.
Back then.
Don't call me Labby, bro. Okay,
take me back.
So when I was in high school and college, I would spend a lot of money on concert tickets and just events.
All right, that's
because okay, when you say food is a problem, when I say this is not.
No, what you mean? I think food is a valid thing to spend money on. But all right, sorry. Go ahead. My fault. I mean, cut you off. Go ahead.
Like, what the hell?
Go ahead.
So I would spend a lot of money on that, and I was just always out. I was just always outside. Where's Mo? She's outside. Yeah. You know, because I feel like I didn't really. My reasoning was I didn't have the freedom to be out like that. Like, obviously, I had a curfew. I had to sneak out a lot. I was pretty rebellious just because I had more, like, stricter rules on me. So once I started making my own money, I was like, this is my time.
Yeah.
This is my time to shine and, like, really start, like, rebel more.
Okay.
You know? Because I feel like a lot of brown girls go through this sometimes where if they were restricted to their house their entire, like, teenage years, where things were kind of traditional and they had all these rules on them, they weren't really able to experience life. When they have the chance to, they kind of while out.
Yeah.
Right?
Haywire.
And I didn't do that necessarily to that
Yeah.
extent, but like I definitely had a phase where I was like, you know what? Like this is my chance. I'm going to try to experience as much life that I wasn't able to before and just like make up for lost time, you know? So, yeah, I kind of got that out of my system, but
Okay.
that was a lot of fun.
That's good.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, concerts, that's not like no guilty pleasure. That's not
That
something
is a guilty pleasure.
Nah, as in like, it's not like you shouldn't be doing that type of thing. Like, yeah, go do it.
Yeah, but
Like, we're talking about things that are like, all right, you don't gotta be doing all that type of thing.
okay.
Agree?
That is a guilty pleasure.
It's a guilty pleasure, but like, you know how food is like it's like, I'm talking about buying out food a lot. Like, I said that because it's like something that I'm being like, oh, I don't gotta do all that, you know? But like concert tickets, you could go as many concerts
If you tell a brown mother that you spent $500 in concert tickets,
Word.
do you think that she's going to
Word.
be like, oh, that's fine?
Word. Good point.
What's-
Good point. What's the
I
most
just-
expensive
I
concert
just
ticket?
talked to my mom. She was like, oh, what are you recording today? I was like, oh, spending habits. She was like, tell them that if you make $10, you can only spend $2 and save $8. And I was like, oh, thank you so much for the great tip. And then she goes, buy a house.
What if your bill's like? What if your bill's $3 and like
You
just
can't.
you
You
can't
have to
pay
save
the
it.
bill? You get a lower bill.
She spoke, so
Buy a house.
I made the mistake today of telling her how much my haircut was.
What'd she say? We
What
need the
didn't she
tea.
say?
We need the
What
tea. We
didn't
need the
she
tea.
say? No,
We
what
need the
didn't
tea.
she say?
Please.
Usually I'm good with like lying and just giving like half the price, but even then it's too much. So I made the mistake today of saying the truth. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you're no better. You just said that you would cut my hair yourself to save
Yeah, I would
money.
do. Listen, it can't be that. I watch TikToks. It's not that hard at all. All guys go through this thing where they'll watch barber TikToks and they'll swear
Would
that
you
they
let
can
me
do it.
cut your hair? Okay.
Nah, so like, what's the most expensive concert you got?
Concert ticket?
Concert ticket you ever bought? Probably not that much, because nowadays they're super expensive.
Yeah,
you don't really go to
that's
concerts
true.
nowadays. Why not? You go to more concerts nowadays.
I am going to a concert soon.
Oh my god, you want
In
to
DC.
drop? You
No,
want
I'm
to
not gonna drop. I'm not
in
gonna drop.
DC?
Yeah.
Oh my
During
god.
the inauguration of the president. New
you're,
president.
you're going to the inauguration.
Yeah.
Trump-
Can you not at the Trump
difficult this
rally?
for Trump.
Can you imagine? I actually don't know what my most expensive ticket was.
Okay.
Maybe it was
Do you remember the first time you ever spent like a substantial amount of money on something? Like the first big purchase you ever really made? Which obviously like now, like spending $100 now is different than spending $100 when
Yeah.
you're 18, you know? So like
are we talking about like $100 or like $1,000?
whatever it is. Probably not 1,000. Just like a moment where you're like, damn, like I can't believe I'm doing this.
You know, I was actually thinking that today. I was like
All right.
I was thinking today, like, damn, back in high school, $100 is so much. And it is, right? But now it's like pocket change.
all right. All right.
No,
all right. Relax,
it's
buddy.
not- okay.
We're not there yet.
No, it's not
We're
pocket
not
change, but
there
I'm
yet.
saying like, you know, with like rent and big responsibilities that we have,
Yeah.
it's so little compared to the actual purchases that we have
Yeah.
to do for real life, you know?
Yeah, I remember I used to spend $100 on groceries. Now I spend $100 on groceries. I'm like, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I
Uh,
don't know what my biggest purchase was. Maybe like my laptop.
Not even biggest purchase. The first purchase you were like, damn, like this is a lot of money for something
Yeah.
that I'm just spending just because like I have it now.
Maybe just like a plane ticket.
All right. That was a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a
How
good
about you?
one. The first time
When I bought you an iPad.
ask her why she did that, Joe.
When we
We had
first,
been spoken.
we haven't even met yet. I bought him an iPad.
The first time I ever experienced fine dining, I remember I looked at the menu and I still ordered the cheapest thing that they had. It was like a chicken breast and like
Of
some
course it was.
and some
Did
spaghetti.
you have enough money to
hold
pay
on,
for
hold
it?
on. It was chicken breast and spaghetti, and I think it was like $29. And back in like 2016,
That's a lot.
spending 27 on what?
That's a lot.
But I did that shit.
Did you have enough to pay for it?
Yeah, I remember it was so funny. You know, in like nice restaurants, they have like the waiters that come around with like the little scraping things to like scrape off the crumbs from your
Right.
table.
I've never seen that.
You don't know
before.
that?
I've never seen that.
Nah, the waiters though
Okay,
with
can
like
you
this
get to the point?
device where like they tell you to lift up your plate and they scrape off the food.
Okay, I've never seen that.
the waiter came around with it and like he like gave me he like stuck out this device and I tried to grab it from him. I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, no, I'm here to clean the table. I was like, I can do it.
You know they have like etiquette class for like cutlery.
Okay. Yeah, $29 on chicken breast.
Okay.
I was like, holy moly.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So did you tip?
Huh?
Did you tip?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Honestly.
You were just there to have a good time.
Listen,
Did you even know the tip was a thing?
Of course I did.
Okay.
I've always known.
Okay.
I was never, a fan.
And then you worked at a coffee shop and started begging for
Yeah,
tips.
that I understand. I never got mad, bro. I get it.
All right, next.
I
Do you
get it.
have any past, or do you want to talk about present?
No, let's talk about nowadays.
Okay.
Let's talk about nowadays.
You have?
Do
you?
First one I want to bring up is food related.
Again.
But this is something that I used to practice a lot in Orlando because it was just a lot easier. And since my time in New York, I haven't really done this as much. But my sister has helped remind me of it. Is when it comes to grocery shopping, I'm gonna give y'all a grocery shopping hack right now. Okay, grocery shopping hack. A lot of time, 99% of the time, your grocery store will have sales. And these sales can be tracked on like their websites or if you like sign up to like their email newsletter. And live in an area now where there's 3 or 4 grocery stores nearby. So what I'll do is like I'll go on all the websites before and I'll be like
that?
on my own time.
Really?
I'll be like, okay, like this is on sale here and this is cheaper here, so I'm gonna go get this here and then da da da. So what I'm trying to say, it used to be so much easier in Florida because I just go to Publix and all the sales are always on Publix and it's just so much easier. Here there's so many grocery stores, but if you don't track your grocery store sales, it literally saves you so much money. Like it can save you half of your entire grocery bill. Before I used to go and just buy whatever at any time and not care for like when it went on sale. But now like since I go often, I know like, oh, this goes on sale like once every 2 weeks.
It definitely adds up if you have more people living in your household too. Like if it's just for you, like obviously the few dollars isn't gonna make too much of a difference. But if you have like a 4 or 5 people household,
bro, grocery expensive now.
No, I know, but I'm saying like.
If you are living solo dolo, you could do whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. If I were listening to this by myself, I'd be like, oh, like I don't really care about doing that.
No, it still
it's just
adds.
me.
It still adds up.
But if you're living with like a family of 5, then it makes more sense.
Not even that. If you got a family of 5, go to Costco. Don't even listen to this. Just get a Costco membership. I saw a TikTok of like this dad that went shopping for like a family of 7 to Trader Joe's, and all the comments were like, "Why the hell are you going to Trader Joe's for 7? Family 7? Trader Joe's for like single people because it's like all single meals."
Yeah, but it's still cheaper. And a lot of people don't have Costco near them like that.
Okay. Move somewhere near Costco.
Anyway, so my guilty pleasure now, I like splurging on gifts for other people. Like I'm not a big spender on myself, so I'm like, oh, how can I make someone else's day, right?
You do that.
Why
do you do that? Why do you do that?
I'm a gift giver. Brings me joy.
Why? Like, what's like the background to that?
There's no background. I just like giving people things and seeing them happy. Like the other day, I bought Mashoon like a $500 piano, and he made me return it. Because apparently it was too much.
No, that's not. That's one reason why. But it's also like, well, I got into this, but I got too many hobbies going on right now. Okay, to where I don't even have enough time for them.
Yeah, man has too many hobbies.
I have too many hobbies. Time. Literally.
But yeah, I had to return that. But yeah, it's just like when it comes to other people gifting to other people, like I don't even bat an eye with the price. I'm just like, okay. Like I won't even like, shop around, try to find a cheaper alternative. I'll just be like, okay, they'll all like this. Yeah. They've been talking about it. Yeah. I'll make like a separate list on my notes like, oh yeah. Yeah. They talked about this 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is the time, you know?
I can't relate.
What do you mean?
Can't relate.
What do you
mean? If it's too much, I'll be like
that's not true.
You good. Huh?
You don't do that.
For the most part, yeah.
You don't do that.
For most people. Probably like select people, I'm like, okay, I'll cry tonight.
Yeah, you do that for me. Like your family, you don't do that for.
Yeah, folks.
So.
All right.
I have another one.
Oh, that's the end of it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have another current splurge.
Do you have any like tips for people that like are like excessive like gift givers and like like just like how to be like more budget friendly like when it comes to gifts?
Not really, but
okay.
But I know there's a lot of shopaholics watching and a lot of people that just like enjoy shopping in general, whether it is for people or themselves. And I would say my tip would be The first thing is, if you have something in your cart, especially hundreds and thousands, whatever amount, right? Leave it in your cart for at least 24 to 48 hours and see after that time if you change your mind or if you still have that same inkling to buy it.
Mm.
And also within that time frame, usually you'll get a discount sent to your email or sent to your text messages, because that's how brands get you. I do it too with my brand, where like there'll be an automated like discount if you abandon your shopping cart, right?
Mm-mm.
So you'll get a discount anyway. But
Mhm.
also, I feel like sometimes we get so obsessed with buying something new and, you know, trying to like fit in with the trends and this and that, and we don't really care about the price because of social media and because of fast fashion and this and that. Whenever I see like a TikTok shop type of ad on TikTok, I immediately skip it.
Yeah.
Because
Same.
now TikTok is obviously promoting videos that are promoting TikTok shop
Yeah,
and
it's so
a
crazy.
product. And it's frustrating because you don't want to keep seeing like these ads on your For You page, but also they're making money from it, so you can't really be that mad, because that can be someone's entire business on TikTok shop. But we are getting fed these ads so constantly, and if we keep watching those videos, we get fed it even more, right?
Yeah.
And it's very hard, I know, to like refrain from buying the latest fashion trend, or, you know, like it's hard. I get it. But either you try to find a cheaper or cooler alternative by thrifting it. And also, I saw this video. Let me know your thoughts on it.
Okay.
Someone said people are losing, or people don't have their own personality with like clothing, like their own personal style, because people don't have hobbies outside of social media.
Of course.
But like,
Absolutely.
but this is what her take was like. People are so obsessed with like following a trend and a celebrity and like, you know, the next it girl on social media, where they are unable to have their own hobbies outside of it. Like if you're an artist, you kind of have like an artist type of style, right? You're more confident with your own style. You're more sure of why you're wearing something. If you're like a crocheter or like whatever your hobby is, right? If you're a musician, you usually have like this specific style. Like, you know, me for the past few years, I know what to look for. I know what to buy, and I don't have to really like follow fashion trends and things like that. But now, since social media makes people think that they have to look like the other person, but in a different way, but also the same, no one is really like doing their own thing,
Yeah, of course.
you know? So that was really an interesting take. So I feel
100%.
like my thing is, it's like, why would you want to be like everyone else, you know? Like, what pisses me off, especially on social media and TikTok, it's like people will characterize a simple ass thing, like a simple, like someone can blow their nose, a celebrity. Oh my god, is that the Sophia Richie blow nose? Like, bro, Sophia Richie, she literally, all she did was not even a TikTok dance. It was just like she moved her shoulders, right?
Okay.
She moved her shoulders in a video, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, I'm doing the Sophia Richie TikTok dance."
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Like, she just had some rhythm, you
Yeah,
know? And
yeah.
then
I got rhythm.
when Hailey Bieber puts like a nail color on, oh my god,
Yeah.
I have to try the Hailey Bieber donut
Invent it.
nails. Like, why does it need a name? It's just like brown,
Right.
you know? It's just like a brown nail color, you know? So like, my thing is like, stop characterizing simple ass things and defining it with like a celebrity, and then immediately trying to do that same thing. Like, be your own person. And this is obviously easier said than done, but my first tip is, obviously, don't watch those TikTok shop and cheap type of things so frequently. Don't just follow influencers and celebrities and social media people that are just like everyone else and kind of following the same trends. Like, follow different people with different ideas, different styles, this and that, so that it helps you develop your own style. And that way you won't be spending as much money to, in your head, you feel like you're looking different because you have a whole new wardrobe, but really you're looking like every single other person. Damn. Yeah.
Kind of deep.
Yeah, you like that
Kinda
one?
deep.
Yeah. You didn't think
Yeah.
I'd come up with that one, did
No, I knew. Yeah, you not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, if I talk about that, I'll get mad.
you?
'cause
Oh, wow.
That's what I just be saying all the time.
When?
What are you talking about?
When have you said
I
that?
always talk about how everyone always thinks that they're different when
Oh, I
they
see.
are
I
all just
understand.
the same. Okay, now you understand.
No, I understand.
But I just have to say what you said. All right.
Yeah.
Nah, great one.
Yeah.
Great one. Great one. I have some more. Well, I think I just wanted to mention obviously like the coffee thing. You know, I don't want to make this a whole point, but it's like y'all coffee lovers, I get it. If you ask me for advice, I would say
What's your advice on
honestly,
not spending $20 a day on coffee?
honestly, like this is a little unethical, but we're being honest here.
Here he goes.
If you haven't tried to yet, just befriend your barista.
Yeah. Now he's
Ask,
scamming the system.
ask them for their name the first time you go to a shop. Compliment the drink. Go back the next day. Spark up some conversations. By the third coffee, you'll get it for free, or you will get it for half off. As long as you're like genuine and cool and like.
Are you genuine or like?
100%. Yeah, it's like, you know.
But you
gotta-
don't say hi and chat it up with anyone else. But with the coffee person, he's probably have to become
'cause they,
besties.
you know, I relate to them. You
I
know, I
see.
come from the barista life. I get it. A little unethical, but honestly, if you befriend your, I do all the time. I used to do
we
all
know.
the time.
We know.
If you're cool with me, hey, wrong. Here you
He's
go.
so upset that he moved to New York now from Florida because now he doesn't get free coffee like that anymore. Whereas in Orlando, he'll walk into any shop and he'll get everything for free. He's like, why did I move here? Yeah, because life. This is normal life for everyone else. All right. I have another guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, many.
No, I
You
actually
want
don't.
to talk about like your current fixation, like what you've been into, like obsessed with for
Well,
the last
Fortnite?
like 3 days? Yeah.
Okay,
Guys,
well,
she just discovered Fortnite.
no, I didn't just
It's
discover it.
2025.
I just got
It's
a new.
2025.
You just got me
She
a
just
new
found out what Fortnite is.
controller.
She's in love with it.
Okay.
She can't build nothing.
So I'm pretty good with my money. I don't spend a lot, but one other thing that I like spending on is vacations and excursions.
Oh.
Like, actually, even when I spend on vacations, I'll try to use my points and like try finding like a more affordable alternative. But when I do go on vacation, I like indulging in, you know, the excursions that make up that city or country. I like trying the cultural foods. I like just actually exploring that city, and I don't like being too skimpy with the money. Obviously, I'm not gonna be spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars on vacation, but like I try to do a little bit more than I would in, you know, living in New York City.
Yeah.
Because it's like you don't go on vacation that often. So it's like when you are exploring Spain or France or whatever, you want to try some of the local foods and activities that make up that city, you know, or that country. So that's what I really enjoy doing. And I feel like in the past, I was very reluctant to even like take vacations because, you know, we have this whole episode on why rest is horrible and vacations are horrible to society. That was in an era when we were unable to rest and relax. But now that I'm in the era of like actually taking breaks and understanding the purpose of it and how it can actually fulfill you and make you more like re-energized, I'm like, okay, I'll actually like go all in, you know? Whereas in the past, I wouldn't really splurge on vacations like that because I'm like, oh my God, buying the ticket was already enough. Like, why would I spend even more on this and this, you know? But like, I like spending a little bit more on a hotel or an Airbnb that has like food included or like some sort of amenity included
Good life.
instead of living in like an unsafe area during my vacation. Like trying a little local cuisine, you know? You know, I don't know. Can you relate?
I do like quality lodging.
What was that?
Quality lodging.
I don't know. What
Lodging, like lodging, hotels.
Oh, I see. Lodging. Okay.
Quality, you understand?
I've never
quality.
heard you say any of those words, so.
You know I'm a poet.
Okay.
Relax. Yeah, I do enjoy quality lodging. And I do enjoy traveling. And I do enjoy
haven't in
vacations.
a while, though.
I haven't in a long time.
Yeah.
You know the last trip I took was
When?
Bangladesh a year ago.
And that doesn't even count as much.
The only place I've gone to is Florida and Atlanta and New York. I haven't got
So
to
you're
nowhere
home.
else. I went to Miami last summer. That's Florida. Yeah, I'll go somewhere soon.
Yeah, Puerto Rico. You know something that you're not that good at? Like saving money wise? You're not good at canceling your memberships and subscriptions.
That's literally not true.
It is true.
What are you
Tell me how in November we got a Peacock membership to watch Harry Potter. And he still has that. We only,
Okay,
and
that's
it took us
thing.
1 week to finish one
That's
movie.
one thing. Everything else I cancel immediately.
Really?
Yes, 100%. ClassPass all the time. Cancel.
You only
reply,
canceled us so you
reply.
can get the free
Yes.
like notification
Yes,
again.
It's just Peacock. Thanks for reminding me though. I gotta cancel that. I gotta cancel
But
that.
yeah, if you're the type of person who like signs up for free trials and memberships that when you don't really need it, make sure to cancel that like right after you use it. Like literally last night I was booking a workout class, and there was like a free trial associated with it, right after I booked the class, I immediately canceled the trial.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I still had
Like,
I
same
think I
time.
still had like free. I don't know if it was a free one class or free like for the 2 weeks.
Mm.
I didn't even want to wait. I was just like, let me cancel it right now. I got
Yeah.
the class already.
Quite smart.
Yeah.
Quite smart. Smart
Yeah.
girl.
It's just like
Good
the
one.
small things,
It really is. I could do one more.
Okay.
I got a couple. I could do one more.
Okay.
Not really a guilty pleasure, but I think just like a mindset that I've been trying to carry, like
Mhm.
with myself, for like when it comes, if I want to like buy something or do something, I've just really been trying to practice like making myself earn it. Like make
Mm.
myself earn it. Like give myself a like list of like objectives that like I have to reach before I'm like I allow myself to purchase this thing, or like I like before I got like the DJ board, I didn't want to get it because I was like, I already have so many other things to spend money on. Do I really need this right now? But I kept telling myself, like I feel like it's something that I've been wanting for a really long time. I've put it off for a really long time. I feel like I've made great strides over the last like 2 months, personal life wise, and I feel like I deserve something for myself now.
Yeah.
And I think making myself ration it out in my own head allows me to give myself the space to like purchase something
Yeah.
more nowadays. And I feel like back then I used to be like such an impulse buyer, especially when it came to like clothing, like sneakers. When I was 19, like I literally just buy whatever. Like I felt like just because like I wanted it, no
Yeah.
rhyme or reason to it, whatever it is. But nowadays, like whenever I do buy myself something, it's not that I don't buy myself it. I just try to like ration with it and give myself like a reason and a purpose behind like purchasing something. But also at the same time, not everything has to be that deep. You can just get yourself something just because you kind of want to.
Yeah.
But that thought process I've just tried to limit for the most part, because I'm like, I don't want to carry that for everything that I do. I do want to feel like I am accomplishing things and
Yeah.
I'm being rewarded for those accomplishments. The last thing I want is like to live a lazy life and to give myself things just because I want it, because then it's like I just don't feel right. Like it doesn't sit right with me, because I'm just like, I didn't really earn this personal wise. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I earned in maybe the grand scheme of things. I came from humble beginnings. Now I'm here and I have the ability to buy stuff. But for the most part, I just try to carry like the mindset that like I have to earn whatever I want to give to myself.
Mm.
And like yesterday, I bought or 2 days ago, I bought a nicer cut of steak. I never buy nicer cuts of steak, because
You
I'm just
deserve
like,
that.
yo, like I'll just buy like the cheaper shit, same shit, da da da. But I'm just like, when I saw it, not only was it on sale, I was just like, I don't really do this. I save money every single week buying like cheaper steak,
And it was a good
I'm
good
do this.
steak, wasn't it?
and it'll worth it.
It was a good
So
meal,
I'm good.
right?
Good meal,
Yeah.
great.
I think one last tip that I have, I think as I've gotten older, I've gained a bit more foresight just on long-term future goals instead of just like the instant gratification. Whereas, when I was younger, I would just be like, oh, I want this right now, I'm going to get it, and I'll be happy right now, So I feel like some people might see my spending habits as very frugal, or, oh my God, why do you live in New York City if you don't even enjoy it with like doing all the things that make up New York City? Which is true, but might I say, I'm a native New Yorker. I've done a lot of the things, right? And also, this city is very expensive. You can't just be doing the touristy things every single day. You also don't want to be,
Yeah.
But also, I feel like I've gained more knowledge on using that money to invest more instead of just like using it for things that would make me happy. That being said, I still like my experiences and my food and doing this and that, but I feel like I've learned more on just using that money to build my future self up,
Yeah. Wonderful.
Thanks.
That's a great point to end this episode on.
Much.
Honestly.
Thank you so
Honest
so
to
much.
God.
We have a whole
fucking
episode on
beautiful.
just our
We got a
our
lot.
tips,
We
right?
talk about money a lot.
Yeah,
we
we do.
about money.
Yeah, we do.
Feel me? What's up? What
Yeah, we do.
doing? Instagram?
All right, I'll do it.
Instagram. Háblame.
You want to say?
What? As you know, this part of the episode, we should give this part of the episode a name. We still haven't 300 episodes in. We post what we're going to talk about on our Instagram before every single week. And this week, we asked y'all, what are y'all guilty pleasure when it comes to spending money? And here's what y'all said. Follow us on Instagram at Difficultish if you want to be featured on the next episode.
What he said.
Yeah.
Someone said, a lot of people said the food apps, like DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Thank God I was really never big DoorDash.
We didn't really
Uber
have
Eats
it growing up.
Not even. I mean, we've had it for the last 6 years.
I know, but growing up, we had to actually like do takeout.
I'm talking about the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about. Yeah, I've never. Whenever I see just like that service fee, it's the service fee.
That service fee pisses me
It's
off.
like, what are you servicing?
Plus the tip.
You're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Allowing me the software. Fuck the software. I'll just call it a business. Give my money. Sorry, go ahead.
Someone said, my bestie, she said, I just think to myself if it's a want or need or if it will improve my life somehow. Yeah, that's a good mindset to have before you buy something because, again, like, we're so obsessed with the instant gratification, especially in the social media, like, fast fashion world, where we just think, like, oh, let me buy the shirt for myself. I'm going to automatically feel prettier about myself. Yeah, you might for, like, a second, but then you get over it, and then the next thing is...
Yeah, need that. Yeah. You don't need a lot of these things.
Yeah. Simple life is the best, honestly.
Why you lie like that?
What are you talking about?
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Someone said add everything to the shopping cart, then close the website. Honestly, that's a nice dopamine rush. Like when you're bored, you're like, oh, let me like manifest and see what I can potentially
really
buy
do it
one
too.
day. And then you spend hours like browsing, window shopping, and then you just never buy anything.
That really do it too. I think I've pulled that one every now and
Yeah,
then.
I've do that
That was
sometimes.
a good one.
It just gives you that feeling like you actually did it, but
Yeah,
you
you
didn't.
got it.
You know?
You got it.
Someone said limiting social media helps me spend less.
You know,
That's a
this
big thing.
something I want to say earlier, but it really is the social media thing that makes us thinking that we need all these things that we really don't.
Yeah.
That we really don't. I think I don't think I've limited my social media use or anything, but I think one thing that I've just like stopped caring a lot about is like just like having to continuously buy like new articles of clothing like to wear out and like you know, like the fear, like we used to always have this in like school where it's like you don't want to be seen wearing the same shit like 2 days in a row, God forbid 3 days in a row, you know, like I used to always have that fear. I mean, I couldn't do anything about it. I still had to, but I think I like carried that into like Instagram or like in real life or whatever, where like, oh, like I don't want to post the same shirt twice. I don't want to post the same da-da-da. But I think like over the last couple months, I've really stopped caring about that. I'm just like, and not even on anything deeper other than like, who cares? It is not that serious. And I think it's just important to carry that into like, as you continue living life and just like being careless about these things that like literally do not matter. Like if someone's like, you wore the same shirt twice.
Yeah, you're ugly because you just wore the shirt twice. Yeah, I think I also follow this account that kind of emphasizes the normal moments in life that people should focus on more instead of like the social media highlights. Like, you know, there was this one video that this creator made where she was showing that like we're so normalized to scrolling on our feeds, and we see these like perfect lives on social media of like this person continuously doing like clothing hauls and makeup hauls, and then them hitting like a number accolade, and we feel like we haven't done enough in life, when really like the actual moments that matter are like you spending time with your friends and family and like chasing sunsets and this and that, which obviously sounds very cheesy when you hear it like that, but like, you know, my genuine happiest moments don't even really make it to social media. They're just like the ones that I am like very present in, or I'm spending time with family, or I'm traveling with my best friend, or, you know, doing this and that I don't share on social media because it's just mine to have. But I'm saying that like a lot of people are also like that, where, you know, they have these genuine happy moments that sometimes they don't count as happy enough, because they're like, oh, it's not good enough because I don't have this clothing piece, or I don't have this many followers, or I don't have this much money, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I think it just makes you, like, realize what you have.
Lovely.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Jip.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
Jip. You got any 10-second piece of advice? Or?
My 10-second piece of advice for this week's episode of Difficult-ish. In case no one's told you recently, go take some more photos.
Wow.
Take some more photos. Bad Bunny's new album came out. Debí tirar más fotos. I've been listening to it nonstop, and it's really inspired me to just start taking more photos of like what you're saying, just like the everyday moments of life. If you're walking, you see a little painting you like, take a picture. You walk to a store, see a little trinket you like, take a little picture. That's it. I'm not talking about, you know, you don't gotta take selfies with every single person that you hang out with, and you do that too. But for the most part, just like all these little like mundane activities that we often forget about. Take a little picture. When you're older, you will wish that you had more photos from when you were younger. So, that's a fact. Going.
My piece of advice is that if you are someone who is allergic to fake, like silver, fake gold, you know, like imitation jewelry, maybe get one of those like polishes that you can cover the jewelry in to protect your skin.
Terrible advice.
What? What's that terrible? You know how much I break
Just
out
get your
from.
money up.
Right.
Just get your money up. That's
Okay.
that's what you should have said.
Okay. All right.
Bang word for this week is taka bread.
Daka, no,
Wala,
don't say
mula.
bread, because bread, people will actually think it's bread. It means money.
Money.
Daka means
guala.
money. It's Bangladesh's currency of money.
Yeah. Shout out, you know, all my guala getters.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. If you guys like this episode, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're listening, make sure to rate. So simple. All you have to do is press the star, the 5th star, specifically. So that would be very helpful for us, so we can push this podcast out to more people, and more representation can be made.
Word.
But we love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we haven't done like emoji of the week in a while. Put the money emoji.
Yeah.
All right, we love you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Hafiz.